Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. I am Dr. Tiffany, and I'm here with one of my business partners, clients, and friends, Linda Legros.
Hello, everybody.
So excited to be with y'all this evening. We are going to launch right into this. So give me a second. I am going to share my screen, and we are going to start talking about this amazing technology. First, I want to say whoever invited you to watch this video, they love you very much. This technology and this opportunity that we're about to share with you is a absolute blessing. And so make sure to thank the person that invited you on the call tonight. So we're going to hit play and we're going to get started again. I am Dr. Tiffany and I am with Linda Legros tonight, and we are going to present this good news to you. So, the question of the night is, have you been patched? So, if you have not, get with the person that invited you to watch this video, or if you're watching it later, if you're here tonight, get with the person that invited you, and they will make sure they get you connected so that you can start patching to elevate peptides, activate your stem cells, and regenerate your entire body. All right, Miss Linda.
I just wanted to go over the Lifeway product disclaimer, and Lifeway products are not intended to diagnose, to treat, or cure any disease. And also, we want to make sure that you know that you always should consult your healthcare professional before making changes to your wellness routine. And you can also look at the disclaimer when you look at the video.
Yes, and I am a doctor of naturopathy. I'm not a medical doctor, and I'm not your doctor. So yes, we do encourage you to make sure that if you're making any changes, you probably want to talk to your healthcare professional, um, because that's always good practice. All right, Miss Linda, tell us about David Schmidt.
Want to introduce the CEO and inventor and to let you know that there's 200 plus patents. He's a scientist and an inventor, specializes on age reversing. And in 2008, David focused his attention on stem cell research, and recent patent took 10 years plus in the making for X39, and that was $4.5 million to bring to the market. And we're going to look at a brief video about David Schmidt.
Yes, I'm going to go over here and get that queued up, and we are going to let you meet David Schmidt. Linda, do you see the LifeWave video on your screen?
I do, yes.
Okay, perfect. Here we go.
Alrighty.
You may have heard it said that people say necessity is the mother of invention. But actually, what I found is that divine inspiration is the actual key that unlocks the impossible. Well, I didn't know those things when I was a young 8 year old telling my dad I wanted to be an inventor. I just knew I wanted to create things and maybe even change the world in the process. As I grew up, my thirst and hunger to invent only became stronger. And I looked for a way to channel my energies into something that could benefit people. Then one day, when driving home from work, I received what I would call a divine insight. What if we use light in an entirely new way to communicate with the human body? That's when the LifeWave patch technology was born, and the rest, as they say, is history. Sometimes I find it really hard to believe that this year I was issued my 200th patent, an accomplishment that makes me feel just so incredibly blessed. It's a testament that through the power of prayer, recognizing God as Lord and Creator, the power of persistence, and yeah, a lot of hard work. But as I get to do what I love to do every day, I fully acknowledge that it is through the great teamwork of our incredible global corporate staff and, of course, our amazing field leaders and brand partners. Without them, LifeWave wouldn't be what it is today. And I find it so incredible that with all of this, we're just getting started. After over 6 years of research, you can now deliver light infused water to your body at the touch of a button, allowing you to achieve health benefits that have never been before possible with our X2O system. And not to mention that this also opens up an entirely new market for LifeWave. I have also worked with our research team to create an entirely new way of producing clean and abundant energy that will power your home, your electric car, and even generate enough power that you can sell the excess electricity back to the grid. When we release this new technology, it will provide you with a new financial opportunity while also helping to clean up the planet in the process. Something else I'm really proud of is that we're also launching our new drone technology as we speak. What I love about our community is that we are a group of people wanting to be part of the solution and helping those in need. These drones will allow us to do just this. When disaster strikes, we can bring hope to others. We can do this in the form of relief aid and patches and expose our brand to a broader audience through resulting press coverage. Our principal mission, though, hasn't changed. I'm determined to find solutions for stopping and reversing human aging. And it's incredibly rewarding to see just how much progress we've made in this endeavor. I can tell you that LifeWave is truly a world leader on this subject. Patents on these and other inventions will ensure that LifeWave will only be growing bigger, stronger, and more influential for decades to come. And that's through this proprietary technology that is ours alone. So the great news, we all share a common vision to help others by empowering people to take control of their well-being, their livelihood, and their longevity. As we continue to innovate and serve the needs of our customers, together we will be unstoppable. So let's share the light and let's be the light.
All right.
All
That was
right.
us. Oh.
I love it. I love it. It just gets me all fired up to know that we are in. I'm going to stop screen share and go back to our slideshow. So that is David Schmidt, our CEO and inventor, who is changing the world with his inventions. And so as David was sharing with us in the video, his all of his technologies, as you can see, he's kind of on the cutting edge of a lot of really amazing things that can radically transform this world that we live in. But back to the point in which we are here tonight with the U.S. patent that he has on this technology, the X39. We wanted to just show you a little bit about the patent. And if you know anything about getting a patent in the United States of America, what that means is you have to be able to prove that your product does exactly what you say it does. They don't just give you a patent. So it's a thorough process. And so the patent here, it says it's a wearable phototherapy apparatus that produces beneficial effects to a human body, such as activation of stem cells, improvement in strength, improvement in stamina, pain relief via a non-transdermal container. It increases copper peptide GHK-Cu in a subject's body. The non-transdermal apparatus reflects or emits specific wavelengths of light to elevate levels of copper peptide GHK in the body. So there's two things that are important here. And so we're going to talk about stem cells. You saw in the patent about how the X39 elevates stem cells. So Linda, why don't you talk to us a little bit about why X39 stem cell activation patch?
Okay. For stem cells, it makes up every organ in your body. And as you age, and we're aging, your stem cells become dormant. So at 30, only 50% of your stem cells are active. And at 60, less than 10% of our stem cells are active.
Yeah, and you know what's absolutely amazing about that is that with the 50%, the 10%, if you have a lot of inflammation in your body, those percentages go way up. So it's very likely after age 60, if you have a lot of inflammation, you may not even have 10%. So we definitely need some help in that area. So, talking about stem cells, last year, LifeWave was given the Stem Cell Innovation of the Year award, which is amazing because if you look at this, there were thousands of nominations from over 15 different countries throughout the world, and they chose LifeWave to give them the Stem Cell Innovation Award. Absolutely incredible. So the other thing that the patent showed us is that the X39 elevates GHK copper peptide in the body. Now that's just an amino acid. It's three amino acids put together that elevate this GHK that our body already produces, right? And it just goes dormant as we age, just like our stem cells. So it's made up of glycine, histidine, and lysine. And I love this slide. You can take a screenshot if you like. It is super helpful when you're talking to someone and they're like, "Well, I have this issue or I have this issue." And you can always refer back to this slide to see, well, just maybe elevating GHK copper peptide in your body might just help with that specific thing that you're trying to target. And as you can see, reduction in inflammation, which us in the holistic world of using supplements and going out in the sun and doing all those things, we know that inflammation is the root cause of almost every chronic disease. And so if you can get something by putting on a sticker, if you can put on a sticker to help you reduce inflammation, that's absolutely incredible. You can see that under the glycine, breathing issues, seizures. I've even seen that in my own family. Poor cognition, better memory. How many people know people with weak immune systems, right? Anemia, sagging skin, bone health, supporting hormones, producing collagen. This is enhancing energy. Hello, how many of us have 5 cups of coffee a day just to keep up and keep it energized so we can make it through the day? So these are just some amazing things that take place when you elevate GHK copper peptides, and it's not limited to just this. The research has been done for over 50 years by Dr. Lauren Picard. You can type in Lauren Picard, and all of his research will come up with the benefits of elevating GHK copper peptides. All right, so Linda, you want to tell us how it works?
Sure. Proprietary form of phototherapy, and it's patented nanocrystal technology. And that's almost like sophisticated mirrors inside of us, the nanocrystals. No drugs, chemicals, or stimulants. It reflects light to activate and non-transdermal and non-invasive.
Yes, that's amazing. So yes, so when you think of phototherapy, you want to think about going out in the sun, right? Photobiomodulation. That's when you go out in the sun, you sit in the sun, and it converts your cholesterol levels into it converts cholesterol into vitamin D. So you put the patch on, these nanocrystal sophisticated mirrors that Linda referred to. It just reflects your body's own light, and then it gets into this regenerative power. It's just absolutely incredible. So what are some of the benefits of X39? And I can tell you, I have experienced every single one of these. Optimal health and wellness. Well, not just myself, but my teenagers. You know, sometimes I'm putting this amazing technology X39 on my son who's almost 2. I have an 8-year-old that wears it. Well, I think she's 9 now. Sorry about that. She'd be upset if she heard me. But optimal health and wellness, improved exercise performance, improvements in strength, improvements in stamina, healthy energy flow. And what's absolutely incredible is there's no drugs or stimulants. So when I put this X39 on for the first time and my energy level soared within seconds, I was just like, whoa, where is this? And why have I not had this in my life? This is just incredible because there was no stimulants. And when we are doing stimulants, a lot of the time it does put a lot of stress on your adrenals. And so to be able to have a good energy flow without stimulants is just an amazing opportunity you want to take advantage of. So, Linda, what are the long-term results?
Well, for the first few days when you use it, 4,000 genes begin to reset. And after 6 weeks, the brain becomes balanced. And 3 months in, collagen increases. And 6 months using it, heart reverses in age. And that's
Yes.
amazing.
Yes, that is so amazing. And you can actually go to thisisItinfo.com and actually check out our over 80 clinical studies on the X39 alone. And you're going to find these studies that actually show this. And one I just want to draw your attention to for you beautiful ladies out there. At the 3 month mark, that's when I ditched the collagen proteins and the collagen powders that I was doing every single day that was costing us extra money, thinking that I needed this extra collagen. Well, my body now produces its own collagen. And so I'm saving money, which my husband is thankful. And that's one of the reasons why it's not a anti-aging, because there's a difference between anti-aging, it's age reversing, is what David Schmidt has to say about that. All right, so Linda, how do we wear it?
So it's 12 hours on, 12 hours or off. So you
Yeah.
wear it on your body. And when you take it off, what it does after 12 hours, your body rests, it repairs, and it rejuvenates. And the CEO, David Schmidt, recommends 1 month for every decade of your age.
Yes, and that's very important because it takes our body a long time to get into. If your body's in the not peak performance right now, right? It didn't get there overnight. So you don't want to expect yourself to put on a patch in either of these spots, whether it's behind the neck or below the belly button, and think that the next day everything's going to be fixed. That's not how this works. So you want to make sure that you give yourself enough time, 1 month for every decade, to make sure that the copper peptide elevates, your stem cells are activating, so your body is rejuvenating. And then, like Linda said, you want to be able to sleep because our studies show that you sleep better, you rest better, and so that the body can repair after doing all the good things that it's done in the daytime of wearing the patch. And so if you want to go to thisisitinfo.com, you will find all the studies you can study to your heart's content. We've got doctor videos, we've got studies and patents and all of the things that you need to know about this amazing technology called X39 is on thisisitinfo.com. All right, so the testimonies of X39 are emotional and life-changing. And I'm telling you, Miss Linda and I, every single week, if not every day of the week almost, we see the most amazing testimonies. And me as a practitioner, the testimonies that I get to see, I'm often shocked because I'm like, I cannot believe that this sticker is doing all of these amazing things and giving people their life back. And so tonight I'm going to stop screen share because Miss Linda, well, sorry, we're going to go back because I cannot find my cursor. There we go. I'm going to stop screen share so Miss Linda can share her testimony. And go ahead, Miss Linda.
Yeah, I love being a brand partner, and it gives me an opportunity to share this with others. And also, as a brand partner, you get some really good discounts when you purchase for yourself. And I enjoy this product and adding patches to my life, for my lifelong fitness plan. And the packaging is very convenient. And I'm a flight attendant. and I'm able to pack it in my bags and take it with me on my layovers. Sometimes I'm working 6 days straight, sometimes longer, and I'm able to wear it and adjust my time. And I did notice that my sleep has improved and my rest has improved tremendously with my chaotic schedule as a flight attendant. So I'm so happy that I'm using these patches.
Amen. I love it. And Linda we've known each other for a while, but she's also one of my clients. And that was one of the first things when she jumped on board with me as a client. I was like, all right, we've got to be wearing the X39 because the difference between my clients who wear the X39 and ones who don't are like night and day. I actually got a testimony today from a lady who she had been wearing the patches for about a month, and then we ran some tests and she wanted to change some of her food, and so I was getting her connected to the right foods, and just on Monday she started, and by today she said, I've lost 6 pounds. And I don't hear those kind of testimonies with people who are not wearing the X39. Normally, to lose 6 pounds, it takes a couple of weeks, maybe even a month. But that is just absolutely amazing. So that's why I told Miss Linda, I was like, you've got to get on the patch. And she said, okay, great, I'm on. And now we're building a business together, and it's just absolutely amazing. And we want to invite you to jump on our team. If you're looking for an extra avenue of revenue, we want to invite you to join us. And Miss Linda or myself or whoever invited you to watch this video can get with you and tell you exactly how you can jump on our team and be a part of this amazing thing that we're doing to transform lives and livelihood. So we're going to jump right back into the presentation over here. So give me 1 second. And we're going to go over here. I'm just going to keep you a few more minutes. All right, so opportunity happens by creating solutions. So they're the current problems to solve. When you think about direct sharing, which is what I call it, you could call it direct marketing or network marketing, whatever you want to call it, but I like direct sharing. The market is saturated with Me Too products, and that's your lotions, your oils, your CBD, all the things that are on the market, your supplements. It's just saturated, and so many times people have financial struggles, they have poor health and wellness, and LifeWave offers a solution to all of that. We have a patented phototherapy technology, which means it's exclusive, and no other company in the world has the ability to activate your stem cells by just putting on a sticker that elevates GHK copper peptides. It's just phenomenal. It's a duplicatable business model, so it's super easy or simple to share and to duplicate yourself. And then it's this amazing product optimizes health and wellness. And so LifeWave, we are a 22-year-old company, and this is just so awesome if you look at this. In 2021, we were a $20 million company, and last year we were right below $1 billion. And that really was when the X39 launched. And the process of X39 launching, it went from around 20 million all the way up to almost a billion. I am more than sure we are going to hit that $1 billion mark probably any time now in 2026. And so the income disclosure, anything that we share tonight about earning income, it's not guaranteed. We don't know what your work ethic is. And so the income examples shown maybe are not typical, again, because we don't know exactly what your work ethic is. But all I can say is that if you put in the time and you put your mind into it, all things are possible with what LifeWave can do for you and your generations to come. So just real quick, these are some of our earnings disclosure information that you can get with the person that invited you to this call tonight, and they can provide this for you, or you can take a screenshot and just take a look at it. It's available for anyone who is interested in taking a deeper look into this. So LifeWave is now ranked number one in momentum in over 6,000 direct selling companies. Number one in momentum. That is wonderful. And so, a few questions that we like to consider and what we like to ask people is what's important in your life? Family time. I have 4 kids that I homeschool, a husband who works a full-time job. So, family time and security are really important to me, especially as women, having that extra security, whether it's health security, financial security, those kind of things are very important to us to make sure our family can function the way that God originally intended it to. What about travel? I love traveling and I want to travel a lot more with my family. So, what about you? How about a tropical island? Does that sound nice where you got your feet kicked up and you're just drinking a coconut water? You're just hanging out with your family with a big smile. What about better health? So many people, I heard this statistic, sorry. Today, 60% of Americans live with chronic illness. And 8 out of 10 children are medically unfit for military service. Guys, that is not good. So, are you dreaming of better health so that you don't have to get someone's help to get off the couch? Are you wanting to stop taking less naps? What about less debt? Majority of marriage problems come because of financial issues. So what if you could have something that would help you with all of these different problems that we're faced with? And so conventional businesses, they have high startup costs. I know that. I'm a business owner. There's a high risk. There's long hours. There's trial and error. And let's just be real. I'm a practitioner. If I'm not seeing a client, then money's not coming in. And so that happens with us practitioners. And Miss Linda, if she's not on a plane, she's not getting paid. So, showing up with conventional business, it can be hard, but the LifeWave business has a very low startup cost. There's a 30-day risk-free trial. So if you decide to be a brand partner and you don't like it in 30 days, LifeWave will refund all of your money. If you want to just be a customer, you have 90 days to try the X39 and see if it works for you. You can wear it up to 80 days later, and if you don't like it, they'll give you a full refund. So it's just amazing what LifeWave offers. And if you want to do the LifeWave business and join Linda and I in this amazing journey that we're on, making your own schedule, which is such a blessing to be able to do. And we have over a 20-year track record. So, a couple of things to consider why passive residual income matters. And this is one reason why I love LifeWave and what it has done for our family. So, 2 income types. You have an active income. So, that's money earned by trading time for work, your salary, your wages, like consulting. You earn only while working, which I already shared that in regards to being a practitioner. Passive income, money earned while little ongoing effort after setup. So investments, rental, direct selling businesses. That's where your passive income will come in. So why does passive income matter? You can earn beyond the 9 to 5 cycle. So you're making money when the lights are off or while you're sleeping, which is awesome. Passive incomes helps you build generational wealth. And that's another thing that LifeWave and This Is It team, the team we're on, is big about creating generational wealth to pass down to future generations. It provides time, flexibility, and lifestyle freedom. More time with your family and your loved ones doing the things that you love to do, right? Instead of building someone else's dream, you're able to build your own. Supporting long-term financial freedom. So passive income is a foundation for financial freedom. It generates earnings with less ongoing effort and gives you more freedom of time and financial resilience beyond what active income alone can provide for you. It's just amazing. And I am 100% do get some residual income because it really does make a difference. And so launching your own business, if that's what you would like to do in regards to launching a LifeWave business and being on the team with Linda and I, it's pretty simple in how you do it. You start by adding a loved, you can see you're at the top, and then on the left you add a loved one, and on the right you add a loved one, and that puts you at 1-star manager, locks you into making $25 per week for 8 weeks, as long as you remain a 1-star manager. You want to take it up a notch and make $50 a week. You add 2 loved ones on your left, 2 on your right, and then you help them do the same. It's a duplicatable system, and that's where success lies. And so there's 9 ways that we get paid. Another way that you can get paid is a binary bonus. This pays out, the max you can get paid on this bonus is $25,000 a week. And yes, I said $25,000 a week, and there are a lot of people that are making that $25,000 a week. So it is possible when you put in the effort. And so the another way is a mentor matching bonus, pays up to $20,000 per person for every level, and there's a potential to earn up to 6 generations, and you can see what that looks like here in the chart. And so let's just say you are excited and ready to become a brand partner and to join This Is It team with Linda and I, and you're like, what do I do? So we're just going to start with where I came in. Okay. I came in at the premium, which is 20 sleeves of X39, and it's $17.50. Now there's no other business out there that a startup cost would be $17.50, and you have 30 days. If you don't want to do it after 30 days, you can return it. What other business on earth can you do that other than LifeWave? And the one thing that I really like about the premium package is that it brings the price of the X39 down to $87.50, and you don't have to order on subscription for 3 months. And you get that time to use the product, to share the product with those that you love. Because what I like to do is when someone's like, yes, I want those patches, I like having a sleeve on hand. I hand them the sleeve and just say, hey, when your sleeve comes in, just get it back to me. And so we just make an exchange so people can get those patches on them right away. And so if the premium is too much, too big right now, you can always upgrade to that later. But we have 3 other kits that you can jump in at, and you can talk to the person that invited you to watch this video, and they can get you all the information about all the kits. We just say get in or you fit in, whatever works for your budget. Jump on subscription, because that's what's going to tie you into making your to earning money. And it's one, so in my house, what's tied us into the income stream, it's 1 sleeve of X39 for me and 1 sleeve of X39 for my husband, and that's it. Overhead of technology that's an absolute blessing that we get to wear, and it's only $199 a month plus tax and shipping. Just phenomenal. And so these are 2 websites. If you're interested in learning more about the business side and how simple it is to duplicate yourself, there's a complimentary website called thisisitteam.com. You can go there. You're going to find how to onboard, how to go manager, the system that's leading over 40 people in the last 3.5 years to making well over $1 million. That is just phenomenal. And so you have it all complimentary right there on This Is It team. If you're interested again in more information on the X39, you want to hop over to thisisitinfo.com. And so again, my favorite thing about this system and being on the This Is It team is This Is It system allows you to duplicate your efforts. So how it all started is where it says you, that was me, and then down below there's Linda and all the people that Linda loves and all the people that I love. We all jump on board together. We're sharing with people that we love because we want them to have better health and better wealth, and we all become a team and we duplicate ourselves. It's called leverage, and that's where success comes. And so now it's time to make your move. Are you serious about the dream that you've been hiding in your heart? Have you put your dream on the shelf? Well, it's time to take it off because this is it, my friends. This is hope for your future. It has been hope for my future. It has been such a huge blessing. It's been a hope for Miss Linda's future, and we want you to be a part of it. So get with the person that invited you tonight to watch this video, and they will help you get you plugged in, whether you want to be a preferred customer or a brand partner. But we are so excited to have you join us, and we just ask that you go out and be the light of the world. Miss Linda, is there anything you want, a closing statement that you would like to share?
We'll say thank you, everybody, for watching and for jumping on this call, and blessings to you and be the light.
Amen. Bye bye.